Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to learn the subject financial management, and today's topic is the continuation of techniques of inventory management. In the previous class, we had discussed the economic order quantity, and here this is the second technique of inventory management, that is classification and codification of materials. Okay, this is a method of management of inventory in which the materials are classified according to the nature of their product. Okay, the materials, the raw materials are classified into different categories according to their nature. Okay, if we are going to a supermarket, the different according to the nature of the products will be arranged in different places, right? ഓരോ പ്രോഡക്റ്റും ഓരോ പ്ലേസസിലായിരിക്കും അവർ പ്ലേസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരിക്കും അല്ല. ഇലക്ട്രോണിക് ഗുഡ്സ് ഒരു പ്ലേസിൽ, ഫ്രൂട്ട്സ് ഒരു പ്ലേസിൽ, വെജിറ്റബിൾസ് ഒരു പ്ലേസിൽ, ദെൻ ടോയ്സിൻ്റെ സെക്ഷൻ വേറെ ആയിരിക്കും, കൺസ്യൂമബിൾ ഗുഡ്സ് വേറെ ആയിരിക്കും. അങ്ങനെ ഓരോ ഡിപ്പെൻഡ്സ് അപ്പോൺ ദ നേച്ചർ ഓഫ് ദ പ്രോഡക്റ്റ്, ദ products are classified into different categories and they are arranged, right? And that is the same thing here also in the case of raw materials. Okay, raw materials are classified into different categories. It is classified into different categories for the convenience of the persons, okay, and for easy identification. And the next, after classification, the next step is codification. We are giving different codes to the products. Okay, the codes may be in the form of letters or symbols. That is also for easy identification, and it is a secret name for the material, and it is a short name of that material. നമുക്കറിയാം, ഇപ്പോൾ ബില്ല് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്തൊക്കെ ഓരോ കോഡ്സ് വെച്ചിട്ടാണല്ലേ നമ്മളത് ഫുള്ള് ആ പ്രൊഡക്റ്റ് നെയിം നമുക്ക് ഫുള്ള് ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്യേണ്ട ആവശ്യം നമുക്ക് വരുന്നില്ല. വി ക്യാൻ യൂസ് ദിസ് കോഡ്സ് ടു ഐഡൻറ്റിഫൈ ദാറ്റ് മെറ്റീരിയൽ. ഓക്കെ, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഓൾസോ ഡൺ ഫോർ ദ ഈസി ഐഡൻറ്റിഫിക്കേഷൻ. ഓക്കെ, ദെൻ നെക്സ്റ്റ് തേർഡ് technique is stock levels, maintaining different types of stock levels. In order to avoid the overstocking and understocking of materials, and in order to reduce the cost of inventory management is keeping certain stock levels. Okay, what are the different stock levels? That is maximum level, minimum level, reorder level, average level, and danger level. Okay, and the first one is maximum level. Maximum level means it is the upper level of inventory. Upper level, that is the maximum level or maximum quantity of an item that can be held in stock at any time. Beyond that level, the stock should not be maintained. Okay, beyond that level, the stock should not be maintained. That is the maximum level. Okay, and the main purpose is to avoid the overstocking of material. If we are keeping too much inventory, then it leads to overstocking of material. So we decide the maximum level, and beyond that level the stock should not be maintained. Okay, and the maximum level we can compute it as reorder level plus reorder quantity minus minimum consumption into minimum reorder period. Okay, and in fixing the maximum level, we have to consider different factors. First one is the rate of consumption of that material. If the rate is too high, we can't keep that much inventory, right? So if the rate of consumption of that material, we have to consider then availability of funds. In order to keep the maximum level, we need required fund, right? If the availability of fund is not there, then we need not keep that much inventory. Okay, then third one is storage space available. In order to keep the maximum level of inventory, we need that much storage facility or that much warehouse facility. So we have to consider the storage space is available or not. The next is the time necessary to obtain that new materials. If what time it will be taken to obtain the material. okay, that is to be considered. Then storage cost, if the cost is too high, we don't go for this. Then economic order quantity, which is the best order, optimum order that can be placed at a time. Then seasonal and cyclical fluctuations, okay, depends upon the nature of product. Different products is having different demands, right? So then the seasonal and cyclical fluctuations we have to consider. Then risk of obsolescence, if the product is of the nature of being outdated from the market, we need not keep that much inventory, okay. If the product is going outdated, we need not keep that much level of inventory, so that is also to be considered, okay. Then next is the minimum level. Minimum level is, it is the stock level that is to be maintained at all the time, okay. This minimum level is to be kept at all, is to be kept at the company at all the time, okay. And below which the stock should not be allowed to fall, okay. Below this minimum level, the stock should not be allowed to fall, okay. So it is the minimum level that every company is required to maintain in the company, okay. If this minimum level is not there, it will affect our production process, okay. So this minimum level must every company must keep in their warehouse, okay. Then the main purpose is to ensure the production is not stopped due to non-availability of material. Then minimum level, we can calculate it as reorder level minus normal consumption into normal reorder period. Okay, normal consumption here means the average consumption. Then normal reorder period. Normal reorder period means maximum reorder period plus minimum reorder period divided by 2. Okay. Then here also, in considering the minimum level, we have to consider certain factors. That is, first is nature of item. What is the nature of that item? Depends upon the nature of item, we are keeping the minimum level. If the product is a very rare product, then we will keep somewhat greater the minimum level, right? So you will keep more quantity of that material that will be beyond that minimum level, okay. Then time required to get that material, then average rate of consumption of that material. What is the rate of consumption? If the rate of if we are using that product too much quantity we require, then we will keep more than that minimum level, right? If നമുക്കിപ്പോൾ അത് കുറച്ചേ ആവശ്യമുള്ളൂ എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ we will not keep that product at maximum level, okay. So rate of consumption is to be considered. Then production requirement, the reorder level we can see. Then next is reorder quantity, okay. Then next is reorder level. What is reorder level? Okay, this is the level at which order is placed for further supply of material. That means reorder. In the name itself, it is the reorder, next order. If the stock is reaching this level, we are placing the next order. Okay, reorder means if the stock is reaching at this level, we have to may place an order to purchase that material, okay. This level is fixed as somewhat between the minimum level and maximum level. That is the reorder level, okay. Reorder level comes in between the maximum level and minimum level. Then this minimum reorder level can be calculated as maximum consumption into maximum reorder period, okay. Maximum consumption into maximum reorder period, or minimum level plus average consumption into average reorder period, okay. These formulas you have to by heart, okay. Then factors to be considered while fixing the reorder level. While determining the reorder level, we have to consider the rate of consumption, then reorder period. Okay, reorder period means the time required to obtain that order. That is the reorder period. Then time required to obtain that order. Then variation in the reorder period. If normally the time within 10 days the delivery takes place. Okay, if there is any variation, if it takes 15 days or if it takes 20 days variation, that variation we have to consider. So we have to order in advance. Okay, if normally 10 days is taken to get the product, we will order before 10 days, right? If there is variation, if there is late, then we have to order. If 5 days delay or variation is there, then we have to order 15 days in advance. Okay, that is the variation reorder period we have to consider. Then minimum level we have to consider. Then economic order quantity. Okay, economic order quantity also we have to consider. What is economic order? Economic order means the most economical order, the most economical number of quantity that is to be ordered at a time. The most economical number of quantity that is to be ordered at a time. Okay, so this is the factors to be considered. The next is average stock level. Average stock level means the minimum level plus maximum level divided by 2. Okay, average stock is minimum level plus maximum level divided by 2, or it can be calculated as minimum level plus half reorder quantity. It is the average stock that is held by a concern or by a company. Okay, then next is danger level. Danger level means it is the level of stock below. It is the level of stock that is below the minimum level. It is the level of stock that is below the minimum level. If the stock level goes below the minimum level, then it is in danger level. So when the stock reaches the danger level, we have to take urgent action or emergency action, otherwise our production will be stopped. Okay, so when the stock reaches the danger level, we have to take urgent precautions, or we have to take urgent or emergency action to make the raw materials available, otherwise the production will be stopped. Okay, this is the level of stock below which the stock should never be allowed to fall. Okay, so danger level equal to average consumption into maximum reorder period. Okay, average consumption into maximum reorder period for emergency purchase. Okay, emergency purchaseൽ എത്രയാണ് നമ്മൾ മാക്സിമം റിയോർഡർ എത്രയാണ് നമ്മുടെ റിയോർഡർ പീരീഡ് വരുന്നത് എന്നുവെച്ചാൽ റിയോർഡർ പീരീഡ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എത്ര ടൈം പീരീഡിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ നമുക്ക് ആ ഡെലിവറി നമുക്ക് കിട്ടും എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. ഡെലിവറി ടൈമാണ് ഇവിടെ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത് റിയോർഡർ പീരീഡ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ എത്ര ടൈമിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ നമുക്കത് പ്രൊഡക്റ്റ് കിട്ടും, അതായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം, ആവറേജ് കൺസംഷൻ വി ഹാവ് ടു മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ. ഓക്കെ, in order to get the danger level. Okay, and the last level is reorder period. This is danger level is the last level. And what is reorder period? Reorder period means the time required to obtain the new material. When we are placing an order, in what time the product will reach our destination, that is the reorder period. Okay, it is the time gap between placing an order and the actual receipt of material. When we are receiving the material, the placing the order and the receipt of the material, so the time gap in between these two factors, we call it as reorder period. Okay, it is also called delivery time or delivery period or lead time. Okay, so this is all about today's class, different stock levels and classification and codification of materials. Okay, thank you.